Hey everybody, welcome to the Prime Forecast. My name is Anonymous,
Chris,
Ross,
Alex.
and my lawyer gave me this money so you can't see me or know my identity.
what he means is no comment.
After getting released on bail for, I believe he was arrested for shit talking. Is that correct?
That would be accurate in a longer sentence,
Starting fake ass beef with T.I.
right?
Fuck boy.
I can't believe, like, who actually tries to get guns and drugs across the border?
Should I hold this up the whole show?
No. No. But who does that shit? Rodell Holyfield.
It was. I don't believe in karma because it's all fake shit, but that was pretty karmic.
You know,
happened?
it was Newton's third law, equal and opposite, my guy. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Kodak Black. Okay, so for those of you who don't
or is
know,
that the first one? I don't know.
Kodak Black was talking shit and then immediately got arrested at the border trying to re-enter the U.S. with him and his caravan had guns and marijuana in both cars, and he was just released on bail. And he fanned out money to cover his face.
What was the
And that's
bail?
what I just did.
What was the bail? What was his bail for that?
It wasn't even expensive. I think it was like $10K or something.
Something.
For weapons and drug charges, only $10K.
Across the border.
Yeah, the government-
the government
yeah.
does it all the time. They don't get charged anything.
That
This
is a
the fucking
cash grab.
government, right?
Like
That's a
gun
cash
running,
grab.
they sell it to
God.
everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I don't know if he's gonna get any jail time because I don't know if they could prove that any of it was his.
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone might take the fall for him. I hope not.
Well, the thing is, isn't the driver responsible for what's in the car?
I don't know if he was driving.
That's what I mean. Like, whoever the driver was is gonna get fucking nailed.
Could be. I just like seeing these, like, it's unfortunate, but I like seeing these troll rappers
I love
just immediately going out. and-
Depends if they can make a case. Like, if he's the only person who could afford that much, like,
You know what I'm saying?
We'll see. It's gonna be a while before they get that done. Probably.
yeah, I
right?
floated my driver like $4 million, and he bought all this weed.
And guns.
Yeah, I did. It's
Because he's not as popular as Tamagotchi 6ix9ine was.
No.
Like, before he went away. So this is, like, probably all you're going to hear about in the news.
And not to
then you're going to hear
mention-
the verdict in the news, and that's it.
Yeah,
And then we
you're
won't hear
beefing
about
with
him
T.I.,
anymore.
man. Like,
Okay, so if we're getting into that, T.I.'s wasn't great, and Kodak Black's expeditiously diss track, in parentheses, was garbage.
No. It was
Absolute
ultra
garbage.
Ultra garbage.
ultra
did he say that his
garbage.
beard is weird, asking for a friend?
No, he said two of the bars were actually like disses towards T.I.
Nah, he said a few things
He called his wife ugly and he called his kids English cigarettes.
for
What?
for the record. I don't find Tiny attractive, so is it a diss if
That's
it's
not what we're talking about.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
You're not getting involved in
that's
in
part
their
that's
beef.
part of this. Yes, I have to. Is it a diss if it's true?
I mean,
Well,
I don't know.
eyes of the beholder, Chris.
I suppose. She used to be an escape, and I guess she used to. Never mind.
She used to be somebody.
She used to look like
that
somebody, I
is
think.
disrespectful towards that particular woman.
It is.
And we will tolerate it.
Yeah.
But it was trash. It was all trash. Everything, like T.I. did like an Instagram, IG Live diss
Preview of,
freestyle kind of crap.
And that
had,
was
like,
better than something a dude went and like sat in a recording booth and
Was it even?
Yeah.
Was it subliminal? I think it might have been. It's like, we know who you're talking about.
Right.
This is like the next day after they said something. It's like, you don't need to use sublims, rappers. Quit being fucking cowards and start calling people out.
It's not even like a. I think people try to be so quote unquote grown up with these disses. Like, I'm gonna just toss subliminals. And
It's
not
that-
everybody is Hove.
It's
Not
that
everybody is-
veiled, like they're veiled threats or whatever
Yeah, like
kind of stuff.
Well, it's like, I think like, back in the day, a lot of a lot of shit was vague because it like could apply to multiple rappers.
Sure.
And then it raised the question like, who are they talking about? Like,
Right.
who could this be a diss at? He worked with this guy, but then he's not friends with him anymore, and people speculate.
Yep.
But it's like this kid just shit talked you, and then next day you're like freestyle subliminal diss on IG Live about some young rapper. It's like we know who it's for.
Well, at
Yeah.
that point, it was just like he was just churning butter, just like
Yeah.
And the Kodak Black one was just like some mumble trash with a good beat, of course.
It's always
where
a great beat.
the people say, "Oh, that shit was fire," and they didn't hear anything that he said.
Yeah.
And then there was like two bars that were
Whoa,
towards
dude,
T.I.
this is the best beef of 2019 already. Hold up.
I
I'm not
guess.
saying much for
I guess.
2019.
Right?
I guess.
Sure.
I mean, whatever. We'll see what happens
Drake
in the
and
future.
Drake
I don't
and
know,
Alex
Alex.
gotta drop more albums.
I don't know,
or something.
Alex. Trump, John McCain, like after his death was that was a pretty big beef too this year.
Was it like?
You're just like, what?
Was it like? Never mind.
This old young
I'll
rapper
tell you,
shit though.
the guy who was deceased won the beef, so that's why you
That
know.
goes without saying. If I know who's involved, but
Do you think like the old rapper should ever respond to the young rapper?
oh hell yeah,
Do you think the old rapper should ever diss the young rapper?
oh hell yeah.
Okay, then.
Should the
I
old
mean,
rapper?
Well, T.I.
like,
shouldn't
should
respond
the
because
old
like
rapper lyrically snuff the new rapper? Yes, they should.
yeah,
Yeah, and it's like, do I think?
T.I.'s was better than Kodak Black's, just so you know, skill wise.
But you also got to
sound
look
better.
at T.I. that has, like, this. He has a new way of carrying himself. You know what I mean? Like old T.I. T.I.P. Like he is not the same person anymore. You know what I mean? So I don't think that fits his persona right now. So do I think old rappers should respond to these young dudes? Yeah, most certainly. But at the same time, let that be your lane, though. Let you be that battle rapper. Do I think T.I. as an old rapper should respond to Kodak? Definitely not. That's not his lane. That's not his moves. Like, do some activist shit. Like, do some other shit. Get involved in the community. Start rallying around, what you enjoyed about Nipsey and become that person. Like, you're not going to do that through diss tracks. You're not going to do that through paying attention to Kodak Black. Like,
It's yeah, the whole situation's fucking stupid.
it is dumb.
It's all dumb, Ross.
Yes.
If it was T.I., I'd just be like, looks like the situation solved itself, I'd say about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then immediately people were like, "Oh, T.I. snitching again."
Oh,
That was funny.
Yeah.
So maybe T.I. should respond. Like,
That's crazy.
didn't even need to snitch.
yeah, didn't even need to snitch. All right, new Schoolboy Q album. That new one that he pulled is going to be released on the 26th apparently, and it is the 19th today. So we got a week for that, and next week that will come out and be good, hopefully. SZA, The Weeknd, Travis Scott did Power from the Game of Thrones album, For the Throne, and it was pretty dope.
I'm not a Travis Scott fan.
Me neither, but I'm a Weeknd and SZA fan.
Yeah.
I don't know.
bad, right?
I don't know. Weeknd seems like he's going too much for that like singy like.
That's what he is. He's
Singy
like hip-hop
trap
singy.
stuff.
You're just mad because
I
he's
like
trying
it.
to get in Kid Cudi's corner.
He's like the anti-Drake. Like,
The anti-Drake? I don't know
Yeah,
about
like
that.
But they had
I
that.
don't know.
Oh, The Weeknd or
yeah, the
wait,
Weeknd
who are
is
you
like
talking about?
anti-Drake.
The Weeknd.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Travis Scott. Never mind.
No.
No, Travis Scott's trash too. But
Yeah,
no, The
Travis
Weeknd
Scott is
specifically, like,
Weeknd is fucking good, dude.
He is.
it's like he's trying to be like a mixture of Atmosphere and Bruno Mars, and I don't.
Atmosphere. Who? What?
He's like a singy rapper, but he tries to like actually sing.
I think
He's like a better. He's
didn't-
like
Scott.
Drake, but more on the singing
I
side.
didn't know he was
Yeah.
considered a rapper even. That's how much
I
know
don't
about
know.
him.
He's considered R&B, I think.
Yeah.
Or what is he considered?
Hip-hop R&B type
think
stuff.
Would it be hip hop R&B?
Yeah.
I love it.
yeah,
I
it's
love The
good.
Weeknd.
It's good.
So
He's good.
I think he's won awards and stuff for being good. So that's
Yeah.
cool.
I think
A lot of people win awards for being good. I mean, look at the Grammys.
And everybody
Right?
says, "Oh, this award show ain't shit" until Jay-Z gets snubbed,
Yep.
and then they're like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is the most prestigious shit ever. Why didn't it go to Jay-Z?" What is it? The 25th anniversary of? Today? Was it today?
Whip it out, my guy.
Whip it out.
If I
I think
had
I have the alternate album cover art though. Bam. Ill fucking Matic, 25th anniversary from Nas.
we would play it if it was free to play it.
And it's not, so we're not going
It's
to.
not.
I have this is alternate art album.
Well, you could always play that.
album art.
You could always play his one he made with Kanye, because I'm sure he won't see you over that.
Oh yeah, he will.
Yeah. For those of you
He's
who
got to
don't know,
recoup something off of
Right?
that album.
Especially that.
What do you mean? He said it was trash, didn't he?
for those of you who don't know, Illmatic is probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, hip hop album of all time. I believe he was 19 when he created this masterpiece. This is just Illmatic is just
One love.
like, yep, it's just classic hip hop. Storytelling's fantastic. Beats are fantastic.
Yep.
They fit the tone of the 90s.
It got 5 mics when the Chronic didn't.
Man.
Um,
Not saying that wasn't controversial.
Congratulations to Nas for being, having one of the most historic hip hop albums of all time, still going strong after 25 years. People are still talking about it. It's just a fucking fantastic album. I had listened to it. Well, I owned it, and I listened to it through my my rap buffet here that I still have.
You know who's better than Nas though?
Not Jay-Z. Fight me.
I wasn't gonna say Jay-Z because
You were going to say Rakim.
nope.
Imagine Dragons, obviously.
Oh,
No.
God.
Lil Nas X.
Oh!
There's
man.
a little in front of his name and an X afterwards.
Yep.
He is clearly adding things to
Yep.
the game. I had a moment to change, switch gears. I had a moment today. I was driving to sham something, okay? So I'm driving and I get to an intersection and I'm in my truck with the windows down
And you were going to...
and I make eye contact with another black guy and he's in a Lexus SUV. And I'm like, word! We had a little moment, gave each other the nod, then we caught on to what are we playing? Old Town Road in both cars. Turn that shit up loud as fuck. It just is banging to that shit.
I'm not
Like-
gonna lie, I listened to a half hour of Old Town Road on repeat today at work. I went to the 1 hour version on YouTube with Billy Ray Cyrus. That's the only
Yes.
version I like.
Mhm.
It's the only
What's-
version I like, Alex.
What's crazy is
The
like
only one.
there, like Dave East was like, the song's not good, and I'm like, when has that stopped anything from doing anything ever?
I mean, it's not good in the
It's not
sense
meant
that
to
it's
be
not
good.
meant to
Yeah.
be good. It's a parody of. He's making fun of country music.
Yeah.
And the fact that like Billy Ray Cyrus went in and then he rapped on it in like a more like a hypocrisy kind of tone.
Yeah.
Like at the verses, it's like, hey, we're living it up just like rappers are. Like, why are you trying to like shit on them?
Yeah.
Essentially, was the message I got from Billy Ray Cyrus going on there, and it was good.
It's like a Russian doll of jokes. Like it's a joke within a joke within
Yep.
a joke within. I think it's cool.
It doesn't hurt that the beat is good, which is
Yeah.
what people are into these days. That's why it's the number one song right now. Even though lyrically it's not much, but
Nope.
it's just a parody song. But it's good.
Yeah.
I like it. I enjoy it. It is entertaining. Entertaining as fuck.
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys want to go back to that Old Town Road?
I can't, like, what's crazy is, like, it's been a while since I've heard a song that made me want to do some shit different, like, outside of my comfort zone. And I'm like, maybe I should try that cowboy hat on for
God
Rice and
damn
Cheese.
it! I was gonna say I'm waiting for you to buy a cowboy hat.
What's crazy is I
That's like the
wanted,
next step.
I wanted to film a video. Shouts out to Theo Choco. I wanted to film a video of just that, and it's funny because I I was like, all right, I could get this, I could do that, I could do this, and then I was like, man, that's a lot of money.
This, or you can get with that.
Right?
A 10-gallon hat, my guy.
Right? Give one of those knee slappers. What in tarnation, bang! Just start it off, but yeah, that song is
Wrangler on my booty.
Get some chaps, ride around on a motorcycle.
Oh yeah.
Hells yeah.
Does anybody have any other hip hop stuff they want to bring up? There wasn't much news going on. Again, we're waiting for the summer releases, which is when shit will pick up.
We're gonna get that 7-album Good Music rollout again, right?
I hope not.
What are you talking about? If even like 3 of them are good, it'll still be worth it.
Sunday Service has been like really hitting, and it's like I want to know what's gonna come out of that, but sadly, I don't think anything.
Nothing.
I think that's kind of like
DMX
4
is the
people
only
that
thing
can be
came out of
there.
it.
Would you have liked to be there on the DMX day?
Yes.
I'd like to be there on the non-DMX day.
I want to
and
see.
the
I just don't
DMX
want to
day.
go to Soundset just to see DMX. That's it. I want to pay $100 to see DMX.
DMX.
And who else is going to be there?
How many other chances are you gonna
Not a
get
lot
to see
of other
DMX?
people.
What if he ODs, man?
That's
I'm not.
that's sad.
I'm
yeah.
not saying it's gonna happen, but
Right?
like you never know.
Oh yeah, Black Star is
Yeah.
going to be at Soundset. Duh.
Yeah.
Fucking duh.
I
Fucking
still
dozzers, dude.
kick myself in the ass over that Mos Def concert I didn't go to.
Black on both sides. That would have
Yep.
been the most amazing shit ever.
Right?
Then he
Be
retired.
better than Snoop
And then
Dogg
it's-
doing an hour of features.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like woke rappers like retire for 10 years or like don't come back at all. So if you have a chance
Yeah.
to see him, you better see him.
Like, do that shit.
yeah, otherwise they'll
exactly.
drop mathematics and just
They'll
fucking leave on
Retire
you.
for like 30 years and then come back like Palpatine or
And
something.
then release
Right?
an art exhibition
In Hong Kong.
in Hong
Or they'll
Kong.
release like an album that only one farmer
Yeah.
broke and buy, and
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn, I was so mad at both of those things. But actually, I understand.
Ross, what are you finding? What did you find? What are you looking up?
I don't know. I saw something about Coachella paid more for Ariana Grande to perform than Beyonce or something like
Oh,
That
yeah,
is
twice
correct.
as much. Twice
they
as much.
made a mistake.
How do you pay twice as
She's-
much and get half the show?
She's the hottest
She's
thing.
popular.
She's the hottest thing.
She's
that.
popular.
How does that make you feel, Chris?
And they didn't give a shit because Netflix was fucking filming some stupid fucking documentary
Whoa,
for
whoa,
Beyonce.
whoa, 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 whoa! The Beehive is about to attack you, bruh.
Oh. if all of our subscribers are beehives, there's only 17 of you.
I could take them.
If 50% of you are beehives, I don't know. My odds are getting better and better. Like,
Just strong arm you. But the thing is,
I saw that and I'm like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
how much is Ariana Grande actually getting out of that versus how much Beyonce got out of hers?
Well,
do you
she's
think?
probably in a
What do you
360.
mean? Ariana Grande is the biggest thing right now.
But when she
in-
signed, she wasn't.
in
So she's in a 360.
basic radio
Yeah.
plays.
That's what I'm saying. She wasn't hot when she was signed. She's a 360. Wasn't she a Disney kid?
Yeah,
Something
Yeah.
like that, I think. Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's kind of hard to crawl out from under.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Seems easier and easier nowadays. They're all
Yeah,
exactly.
she
she's
started
thinking
with Big
famous.
Sean and just climbed up, I
The,
guess.
the stink of Disney still on you.
Maybe I don't know. I think she's got rid of that stink. She's had some dirty.
I wanted to say something, but I knew I would get a bad response. I was gonna be like, what happened to that famous Jackson guy? But I didn't want to say it. Alex is like, jeez.
I don't even,
Ariana Grande is hot right now. Oh, she's more hot right now than Beyonce, so she got paid more.
She
That's
could-
just how it works.
She
Yeah.
could never be more hot than Beyonce.
Incorrect. She
It
can
could
be
be
more
it
hot
could
than
be
Beyonce.
it could
Beyonce
be an off
is
year.
okay. In my opinion, Beyonce and Jay-Z are the most overhyped, overrated things in hip hop.
Do you ever see an end to that though? No. Do you see an end to Ariana Grande?
Jay-Z
Yes.
has to release a good album.
Jay-Z released a good album, 444.
It had some good stuff on it, but I wouldn't say the whole album.
Lyrically, it wasn't his best shit, but subject matter
Reasonable
was
Doubt,
there.
like volume, like the
That's
first,
no
the first
Illmatic.
Blueprint were pretty good.
That's no Illmatic.
Arguably, Illmatic
What?
sounds too similar track to track. I actually prefer It Was Written.
I like Nas. Like I
Yeah.
like It Was
Nas
Written.
is
I
good.
like
I'm not gonna
Illmatic.
take away from Nas,
But I don't know if you want to compare
Always
albums, dude. I don't,
Well, if you're talking,
Jay Z ain't beating Nas, dude.
he did.
Not Illmatic. No. Reasonable Doubt
Continuously.
is not better than Illmatic.
Well, which one's in the Library of Congress or whatever?
Who paid more to get it there?
I
Yeah.
know.
The thing is, I don't think, man. Listen, it's a preference thing.
Is Illmatic actually in the Library of Congress
Or whatever that thing we were talking about is,
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Is it?
I'm Googling.
Google that
But
shit.
whichever the one that they put like Jay-Z in or whatever.
Watch is like that. I Know I Can by Nas is in there, and that's the only body of work he has in there. They always choose random shit to go into the
Hip hop is dead.
Thought Code 2016, 6 hip hop albums. We already read this. It was The Message, Fear of a Black Planet.
Yep.
Dear Mama is a single, 3 Feet High and Rising.
I got that. Those
Rapper's Delight, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill,
Big Pimpin'.
and are these all
Yep.
fucking ads?
Fat Joe, Big Pimp.
Or was that it? Was that
Dang it! I remember that the first time you said that.
Anyway, the Library of Congress doesn't mean shit. Just like your Grammys don't mean shit.
Well, the Library of Congress.
It doesn't mean anything anymore now
run
that
by white people
now that
now
Blueprint
anyway.
was in
Well,
there.
they chose
over
it on
reasonable
cultural
doubt.
significance, so I guess, I mean...
Well,
Yeah, who did Jay-Z pay to have it done?
I don't know, that's a good question.
Because he did.
Use some of that title
do you
money.
think that the Trump
think
like
that's-
Library of Congress would probably take something more corporate over something not?
Why didn't they take Kanye then?
Oh my God, conspiracy theories.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Kanye doesn't have the money.
the blueprint is how. If the
Jay-Z
blueprint
does.
is how black people can get their finances and things to be more like white people, maybe the Trump administration would put that in.
Yeah. Step 1, already have money. Step 2, buy
Buy
property.
real estate. There we go.
There you go, Blueprint. Good job, Jay-Z.
I don't.
You figured it out.
I'm not gonna go down
figured
that
it out,
rabbit hole,
Jay-Z.
but I
Well,
mean,
that clapping's
like,
gonna suck.
Right?
Yeah.
The thing is, we're going to have to,
It topped out the sound.
relight
But
it up.
Jay-Z's Blueprint is already have money. Congrats.
You have to...
Overrated as fuck.
No.
Yes,
Jay-Z
yes.
ain't always had
That's
money.
how... What?
Jay-Z ain't always had money.
Ross, so what are you going to say?
I don't know much about Jay-Z, but I just like...
He came from Marcy Projects.
I don't know what he did, or
he
I don't
was
know his
I
story.
thought that he was a dope boy or a drug dealer before he.
No, we talked about this. He was he
What, he was a valedictorian at his high school,
No.
and then he went
Yes.
on to.
Yes.
People like to talk about the cases they got. That shit don't make you gangster. That just mean you got caught.
That's true.
Like,
It's a mindset.
Jay-Z has
But that
no-
means can we believe you though?
Yeah.
According to Nas, we can't. We can't
New
believe
York-
what Jay Z.
New
How
York-
many cases does... Never mind. We're not going to turn this to who's
New
the
York
biggest...
State of
Well, at
mind.
the same time, I
Hey,
mean,
Jay Z ran up in his place when he was getting chased. I mean, that's,
I don't know. Like, Eazy-E did light Dre up in what do you call it? Real motherfucking G's.
Yeah.
About all of his shit's fake or whatever.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
care about.
Dre is super
I don't really care about street cred and rap. It's not. There's not.
It's not a prerequisite
much
for
of
you?
it.
I
No.
think it's overrated as well.
Street cred and rap?
Well, I mean, if you look
Well,
if you look at rappers like Logic, like how much street cred, right?
Most of it. I mean, we had this discussion too, where we don't know if it's real or not or any of it. Like the ones that are real, it's cool, but it's mostly like
It doesn't
it's
matter.
people
it
like
doesn't matter
Kanye.
to this generation.
it's people like Kanye.
I'm just saying.
But Kanye doesn't do this. But it's people like Kanye who rap about it when they didn't live it. Like that sort of thing is what it would be. Perspective from most rappers, or they fantasize about it.
There are-
Well,
like
that's now later raps, and that's always been a thing. Rap about it now. Hope I get it later. You know what I mean? But like, I actually like an air of authenticity to some of that shit. So I'm not saying be a rapper and do dumb shit. I'm saying like if you actually came from that shit and you're talking about that shit, I identify with what you're doing a little bit.
That
more.
would be nice. Yeah.
But as
Yeah.
soon as you get the money, get the fuck out.
Yeah, like I'm not saying
You
don't
get the
go
bag.
back, but like secure
But
the
it's
bag
like-
and be out.
But I mean, it is good to have that. But there's not much proof for any of these rappers.
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause, I mean, how do you
It's just
how do
If
you
you
word
go
of
out
mouth.
there,
I mean,
if
how
you
do
go
you
out there
know-
and just rap about how you killed a dude, like the cops are just like, okay, cuff him.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Like-
can't.
I
snitch
mean,
on
I
yourself.
can pay 5 large dudes to beat up a dude in Burger King, and suddenly I got
Yep.
street cred.
Yep.
Anybody can fucking do that.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you have to actually do it though.
or make up some.
Well, I don't got to do it. I'm not getting in trouble. That's why I pay the 5 dudes
That's
to
what
do
I'm
it.
saying.
Or you pay the 5 dudes to beat you up and then make a fake police report about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be
Make
like,
up
I
some-
survived it. I got kidnapped.
And then the prosecutor will let you off without anything, give you a deal, seal everything up.
Or when you open your your walk-in closet and you see your chain hanging there and you're like, you know what? Not today. And then you tweet, chain got stolen last night at the club. Fought off 2 dudes, they got away with it.
Man,
right?
Most of these guys nowadays, you can't prove if they got more street cred than like Macklemore. So
True.
Macklemore's got mad street.
He's got thrift cred.
I don't know. I wouldn't
He's got
doubt it.
somebody's grandpa cred.
He did a lot of drugs apparently, so
I wouldn't doubt that.
That doesn't make...
That's not like street
Me
cred.
I think he just like
He's
paid
nuts.
off like
Heath Ledger did a lot of drugs too.
they said he just
Yeah.
paid off either like his like stepmother or someo's house.
mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Macklemore.
Jeez.
Just
For
paid off her house.
like tolerating him when he was going through his drug abuse and
That's pretty
alcohol
cool.
abuse or whatever. Yeah, I like when people do that. When rich people do that, pay it forward kind of
Did
stuff.
the guy from Blue October ever like? Oh wait, never mind.
What?
Never
Blue
mind.
October. What the
Like,
fuck?
where did that come from?
Talking about,
right.
You know, like people tolerating people when they're in their drug phase or whatever.
Oh, he wrote
Let's instead of shit talking those guys, Illmatic is great. Jay-Z sucks. Let's we can have episode 100 is when we'll have that discussion again, and then we got to get that chart going where we're gonna quantify
That's a lot of
how a
print
rapper
work.
is good,
Yeah, magnets.
or like
Well, how do we
analyze how a rapper's
How
good.
do we do like a multi-dimensional like breakdown? I mean, that's what we got to figure out.
Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the categories.
You can't do like an XY because there's more categories. Than
Well,
that.
yeah, but we were going to have the categories of what people think makes a good rapper, and then we're going to take, we're going to go through a lot of rappers probably not film it all because it would take forever.
You give them points.
And then, you like 1 out of 10. Like, how good is this rapper at storytelling? And then you got to
10
research
high or
it,
is 1
unfortunately. 10 would be high.
Okay.
And then you got your 10 for storytelling, you got your 10 for flow, you got your cadence, you got your whatever else people want, authenticity.
Oh, so you're talking about Slick Rick right
popularity slash sales, and then you add them up, and then you're like, whoa, this rapper's actually.
What if it would come up being some like person who's one of the most mediocre?
Well, we
Right?
tried. We
Someone
tried.
who's
the best
Someone
across
who's the best
board.
but doesn't sell good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, they're better than Eminem.
Right? Well, shit.
Oh, Fat Joe's on top here. What the hell?
We tried,
That'd be
but Drake
insane.
came out tens.
Right?
Obviously, that's going to be more subjective because we would be grading these.
Well, I mean,
But I think the scale of 10 gives us a wider.
well, if you want to be real, 40 would come out as 10s. Like
Yeah.
Drake wouldn't.
You understand?
incorrect.
Do you understand how hard I've been trying to find that Earl Stevens wine?
Not very. What about the Slurricane?
That too.
That's in the cities. We have to make a trip.
I've been to 4 different. What's
Alex
the
found it
total
on that
wine?
website.
The Total Wine stores. I cannot find that shit to save my life.
Slurricane might be discontinued. I don't even know.
We're gonna have to just fly out to California to get that shit. Is what it sounds like.
God, go to Earl Stevens.
Just buy
house.
right?
some shit on eBay.
Earl Stevens, we really want to get
Pull
drunk
out
off
the
your
E40's
shit,
crib and shit.
please. Okay, so did anybody see anything about the Xbox streaming console?
I just saw. Well,
It's like
I always knew it was just no drive. Probably just has.
Yeah.
More, there's probably more hard drive space.
that
potentially,
Xbox
but-
streaming console, the console that we talked about earlier, is literally just an Xbox One
Yeah.
without the optical drive.
Yeah.
Are you sure that the streaming console isn't them running all the shit on their Microsoft Azure cloud servers and you streaming it like Google's project?
No.
Whatever it
No,
is.
it is
There's gonna be disk space.
It
on
is
right?
yeah, it is physically the Xbox One. They put,
But it's cheaper.
I watched a YouTube
Okay.
video where they pulled it apart and they looked and they're like, oh, it's just the SATA cables with nothing plugged into it. It's just they just removed the optical drive,
Probably true.
or whatever, the CD drive, and then probably tweaked up some other things. But it's literally just an Xbox One.
That's how you cut costs, man.
That's
well,
you
I
don't
got
have
it
to
would
pay-
be some slick ass little thing, but no, it's literally.
Well, you don't
just-
have to pay
what's-
Sony for
They
a
had
Blu-ray
leftover
license.
Xbox Ones that didn't sell, and they were like, let's make these streaming consoles.
Well, no, you don't have to pay Sony
sell
for a
for
Blu-ray
cheap.
license now.
Exactly.
So you can save
money.
either
What's-
save money on the console
what's
or
the price
pocket
difference?
more money.
I'm pretty sure it's cheap. The cheapest thing they got now.
Yeah, like
I
is
think.
it $100?
No.
No, it's not
God.
$100.
It's
$50
probably
different.
$200 or some shit,
I'll look
which
it
is
up.
still too expensive.
200.
But it comes with 3 free games, I think,
Okay.
which is like Sea of Thieves and Minecraft and something else. I can't remember.
Price.
I'm not excited about it. I'm not getting it. I
If
didn't
you
get
already
an
have an
Xbox
Xbox
One.
One, you're already set.
Yeah, I didn't
Until
get an
the
Xbox
Xbox
One,
2.
so
The Xbox 2 will be better than the
Reportedly launching
PlayStation 5.
May 7th.
yeah,
Unless,
it's coming close.
unless they go with the Xbox 560 to take on the
All
PlayStation
digital
5.
edition.
Yep. What's the price on that bad
I'm
boy?
looking right now.
The Xbox 420 no scope.
You better hurry up.
Minecraft.
That fucking
Hurry up, boy. That ladybug is going off the chain.
right? It's like lights.
I
lights.
didn't even say it in
Lights.
this story.
Cool. Let's assume $200. Don't at
possible.
me. Bryce.abfalter@twitter.com.
You got to make a dope Twitter
Yep.
handle now.
There's a new Warhammer game, which for some reason I don't know why they keep fucking making Warhammer fantasy games, but it's called Chaos Bane, and they're doing a
Well, right.
action RPG version, like a top-down. It looks like a Diablo 3 clone, essentially.
Warhammer
And
Fantasy is like
The
the
one,
worst thing
the
ever
one
invented.
with a
Yep.
drive is like 206 right now at Walmart, so you think it'd be cheaper than that.
Nah. It'd be. What are they gonna do? $100?
I don't know about that cheap.
Yeah. See,
It depends if it's an Xbox One X without the drive.
Even if it's like 175, it's better deal, way better deal.
I'll Google Xbox streaming console price.
That's what exactly what
You're
I
gonna get
Googled.
some you're gonna get some fortune thread where they're like speculating about like it's gonna be like $2 because it's not a PlayStation, it's an Xbox.
I'm not sure if they even said what it's gonna be.
Gearbox. Anyway, from the Warhammer game, I don't think I'm gonna play it, but I thought it was interesting that they're moving on to an action RPG game. That's like it looks like a Diablo 3 clone. So that's interesting. For those of you who do not know, Warhammer without the 40K
It's trash.
is the fantasy. Is their like high fantasy? Not even high fantasy. It's like their fantasy version of Warhammer.
Yep.
Dwarves, elves, ratmen, orcs, humans.
Way more badass World of Warcraft.
Yeah, probably. It's
I would
more.
call it.
It's more intense. They got chaos, so they got demons and stuff.
That's what I'm saying,
And
yeah.
then this stuff, the space stuff, is Warhammer 40K. That's what's behind us because I owned it and needed to cover up this non-painted wall with the most shit that I had, and that was the most shit that I had, the biggest thing I had. That's a behind-the-scenes look. You gotta like and subscribe to get that one.
Boom.
Gearbox boss, the guys who make Borderlands, he's still doubling down. He said, and I quote, "Bitch and moan if you want, but the Epic Store is best for Borderlands 3."
He's the guy.
Apparently, he also came out later and said that he thinks that having the Epic Store is good because, like, otherwise, like having like a Steam monopoly would like hurt in the next 5 to 10 years was going to cause problems. He said.
See, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that people don't understand is that there was no Steam monopoly before Epic Games. There were multiple platforms you could get your games from, buy your games.
Ubisoft.
It was still
EA.
a monopoly, though.
I mean, even if you had to activate it on
the best
Steam,
part-
sure.
The best part is that with all these Ubisoft games, some of them you can buy them on the Steam store, and it'll still launch it through Uplay, but it'll show up in your Steam library. Like they're actually friendly with Steam, where you can buy a game that requires
Well, they gotta be
Uplay.
because no one wants you.
Whereas Epic Games, you have to go to Epic Games. You can't have it show up in your Steam library.
Yeah.
There's no linkage there.
The thing
This is the
that
company who had Gears of War, and then they fucked Cliffy so hard that he's probably on suicide watch right now.
yeah, because his game failed that he made or whatever. Cliffy B is like some popular icon in the gaming development world, or was.
He was like the super edgy guy who like made like
Who's the guy who made the Metal Gear Solid games that everybody creams over?
Kojima?
Kojima. He's the white Kojima.
God dang.
Yeah, he's the white Kojima. He's the American Kojima.
That sounds like an expensive cheese.
American Kojima.
But yeah, for those of you who do not know, Steam was the bad guy in the beginning. They forced the digital platform by only releasing their games through it, which is fine. It's their games. And they did do some partnerships, exclusivity deals when they first launched. But you got to remember, they pushed for digital, which benefits us and benefits developers in the long run, because once we move to digital, they don't have to pay for anything physical anymore, so they make more profit. And there was no competition when Steam existed. Like, if there was, it died very quickly. But right now, in a sea where you have COG, you have the GOG Gaming or whatever, you have, what's the Humble Bundle, you have Uplay Origin where you can buy their games
I guess
from.
I want to see a graph that shows
Twitch.
like the market
Yeah,
share.
Discord, Twitch, where you can buy games now. And Epic Games is coming in with all their fucking Fortnite money bags. And they're like, oh, we can do what Steam did and make people play our platform. And it's like, I want to see the numbers, because I don't think...
I want to see the numbers for everything.
I don't think it's working. I don't think it's going to work, because...
Well, I want to see the numbers to see how much, like, Steam, like, had, like, of the market share, like, people going through them. I want to know that. Because it was... I can't see how it wasn't, like, kind of like a monopoly, at least, at minimum.
Steam?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see how it was a monopoly.
I know gamers who they only play games through Steam. Like, that, to me, that's, like, ridiculous. But
Also the big...
I do only like playing games through Steam, because I just don't want... Like, right now, I have Origin installed, Steam.
I have the Blizzard app and the Bethesda launcher installed.
I don't even think I have that. Oh, I have Bethesda installed. I don't think I even have Blizzard anymore installed. And then I would have had Uplay for Far Cry 5 or whatever. It's like, that's 5 fucking launchers to find different games. I might as well go through...
Legends.
I might as well go through a drawer and pick out a fucking find a physical disc and slap it in.
If you're totally against having all the launchers, then you might as well, like... I guess what's keeping these studios from just releasing their own systems and only putting their games on them?
I don't care about developers or publishers making their own platform and releasing their own games on it. The only issue I have with
to be
this...
fair, that's what they started doing Epic.
Yeah, and I was okay with that. I didn't care that Epic existed. Yeah, they had...
Game.
No, they probably had a couple.
No. Oh, they killed the new Unreal Tournament because they figure they can just cash in on Fortnite more.
Still, because they're still cashing out Fortnite. But the thing, I didn't care. I don't care that these other things exist.
I just Steam didn't cash in on their games. Like, where's what's it called? Half-Life 3. Where's that? Oh wait,
they don't.
Half-Life was never a thing that was even announced.
They like just waited forever to release Half-Life 2 and made a shit ton of money off of it. But whatever.
Well, yeah, because Half-Life 2 is a beloved franchise, and they didn't milk it until it was watered
to me
down.
At all, but I don't see.
It's just not your cup of tea. Half-Life was one of the greatest first-person shooters to ever exist. I mean,
I hate Gearbox, but I can see what the guy's saying.
Of course, people want this. The
you mean Randy Pitchford, the guy who left the USB stick with company secrets and barely legal porn at a fucking at a medieval time restaurant, and then some kid found it and they ransomed it back for or they gave them a bunch of free shit and free games to get it back from him.
Yep.
But yeah, he was like the guy was
that shit together.
We had this conversation.
Yeah, we
too.
did. Okay.
Yeah, we talked about PSPs and porn. But to go back to that, I don't care that these other platforms exist. I just won't use them. I care about the fact that they are just poaching third-party titles for exclusivity deals on their platform. And also, they're not even IPs that they own or that they produce or created or developed.
And I'm also pretty sure...
And you should be mad at Sony for
the only reason the guy is
Blu-ray
doubling...
from everybody,
the only
reason...
reason...
have to pay for it for other people to use it.
I'm pretty sure he could care less about that because he probably didn't necessarily make the choice to release it on Epic Games Store. The people who are paying for the project
I'm sure the publisher did.
The review bombs on Steam are why he's going in all in right now.
Well, because the thing is
because it doesn't do anything. Oh, yeah, that's right.
The reviews do.
No, they don't. That's not going to decide who's going to buy a game.
I have 2 reviews on Steam where I have
This
definitely
was helpful. No, they don't give a shit.
No, yes. I have definitely put multiple reviews on Steam where I guarantee
multiple Steam accounts for Ark Survival.
no that people decided not to buy a game because of my review. I have 2 reviews where the developer has responded to my reviews.
So do you hate like exclusivity for console titles then too?
Generally, I'm not like I don't go into consoles anymore really.
Okay.
But it is really fucking annoying, yes.
See, I despise it, so.
I can't blame them because it's a physical thing though, and they each have to sell a physical thing. So they
Well, you shouldn't be mad at exclusivity on launchers. Then.
but you have the games that they develop, they put on their console, but then you have the games that are developed for like everything.
That's their own hardware.
Because like most
the
of the
computer is not specialized hardware to play their.
most of the
Yeah.
most of the launchers is exclusivity for like a set time period, which isn't that bad in my opinion.
Even Borderlands 3, I think it's for 6 months or a year, right?
Yeah, it's something like that.
But it's I mean, you were talking about the Blu-ray thing for Sony. You have QLED, you have OLED TVs. I mean, that's new technology that they don't have to give up. Epic Games does not have, we have the new
Unreal
fiber hologram.
Are you gonna be mad when?
Store launcher. Now
mad?
you have to give. Now we won't give it up.
Are you gonna be mad when Amazon poaches your favorite series off Netflix and you have to go to Amazon to watch it now? Are you gonna be mad at that?
No, because that will never happen.
I'm just
They
saying,
only
like,
ever poach something off Netflix if Netflix does an option to bring.
I
it back
have Amazon and Netflix.
No, I think a
Well, if you
perfect
don't
thing
go-
to
Prime
talk
is a
about-
fucking waste of money. That's another discussion I want to have.
Oh, shit.
Fuck Prime. I'm so sick of that
The
shit.
thing
Go on.
is, if you have a platform though, and you have shit like you're talking about poaching on platforms and this, that, and a third, and you have the Netflix thing that's going on with Disney, and Disney's like, yoink, here's all of this, that, and a third.
Yeah,
content.
you must hate Disney now, right?
I think it's
they own the IPs that they took off Netflix.
But
I don't care about that.
They own the IPs through changing the laws to make them public domain. Like the storylines and shit that they have in Disney stories that ultimately, most of them are not intellectual properties of Walt Disney.
Oh yeah, Disney keeps getting the copyright extended on their shit,
you just
so
extend the copyright, and then it's like,
So
well, that's
what are you arguing?
What I'm arguing is,
I don't understand.
do you not fuck with exclusivity in just this one realm or across the board?
That's what I'm saying.
only on title.
Yeah.
It's across the board, but this is about poaching. This is about essentially bad
Like,
sportsmanship.
Is Gearbox pulling its Borderlands games off of Steam, the ones that are on there already?
Who?
Is Gearbox pulling their Borderlands stuff off Steam that's already on there?
I don't think so. That's why people are review
Well,
bombing them.
so
or
they
did.
could easily do it based on what you're saying because they don't own them.
No, they're under contract.
Well, they cut contracts early for a lot of the Marvel TV shows to pull them off.
They sure did.
Yeah.
I mean,
Same thing.
If they're willing to pay,
but we don't know what happened there. They could have paid Netflix. Like, I don't care that they cut the contract early. Like, the Marvel Netflix shows you said suck anyway, so I don't know why you care.
I'm using that's a false
Example.
argument to be using.
I'm using a straw man, Rob.
Fox News argument.
Let me
right there.
use a straw man. But no, I don't know what you're arguing here because
You're making it seem like you only care because it's against Steam, is what it seems like to me, and that doesn't make sense.
it's
to
not
me.
against Steam. It's against gamers as a whole. They poach these games and they always say this is better for developers, but it's only AAA fucking developers that are in the news about it that are getting poached, who make more money on any platform anyway.
You want to grab the high people to try to draw everybody else to
Epic Games, the poaching only matter. Epic Games, it only matters for indie titles.
So how?
And no one cares about the indie titles going to Epic Games because they're not released, and they need to be released on every platform that they can.
So how do you?
It benefits
How do you
no
promote a
one.
platform then? How do you promote a platform without having those exclusive games to that platform to initially
Have
draw
good
people
features.
in?
As a game,
It's like when WCW bought a bunch of contracts from WWF to make themselves a big deal, and it worked for like a few years.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's what I would like to know.
Okay, what was your question? I'm trying to hold on to my own argument.
Sure.
And I'm having a difficult time remembering.
My question is, if you have a platform, right?
Yes, any platform.
And no exclusivity, so you're not saying this is exclusively mine for any period of time.
Yep.
How do you initially get those people in there?
Functionality.
Yeah, functionality.
Well, he says that
Consumerism.
having Epic, because they're gonna, like, before Borderlands 3 comes out,
It's anti-consumer.
They're gonna be. They said they're gonna increase their functionality to be more open to people, like new people and stuff like that, like Epic
Games.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's not right now, and they're still doing it.
But they're going to be.
Everything they've been doing is anti-consumer. No one gives a shit about the percentages a developer gets.
6 months from now, they're not going to be very consumer friendly.
Imagine walking. Oh, I'm trying to make this like a simple analogy.
Imagine like Steam taking pre-orders for a game and then Epic buying it out, and then all of a sudden,
you can't buy it anymore on Steam.
Yeah.
Well, obviously,
but you can use the ones that you have on
Maybe you shouldn't have been taking pre-orders for a game you didn't know for sure if it was going to just be like on your thing or not.
Well, they still got it. The people who I was at work and I heard about it and I didn't pre-order it immediately on Steam because they took time to remove it after they warned people.
Yeah.
And then I got home and I'm like, oh, it's gone. Fuck.
Yep.
And then because I didn't buy it on the fucking app or whatever, and because I didn't think it was that serious yet. Turns out it is very serious, and Epic is very serious. It's like. It's so anti-consumer. I'm trying to think of an analogy that I could put it into. It's like you want a product, and like let's say you're going to Target to get something, and you're like oh fuck yeah, there's something at Target that I want to buy, and then all of a sudden you get there and you see the fucking moving truck driving to Shopko. And then you're like, and then you go into Target and you're like, oh, do you have this? Or like, no, they just took it to Shopko. You can only get it at Shopko.
You know, I used a very
you have just been inconvenienced.
I used a
There's
very
nothing
similar
about
argument.
that benefited you.
I used a very similar argument to this when I was talking about what was I talking about, Alex? Where I said like,
that's poaching, by the way. When you make the decision to go get something and then they're like, it is at Shopko and it's at Target. You as a consumer get to make a choice, but you got hoodwinked and fucked in the ass. You didn't have a choice. They took it away from you.
You got hoodwinked by a guy you can only be described as a poor man's Bill Hader anyway.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Roscoe. You were saying something about an example. You used it as an example for something else.
When we were talking about Epic Games like a few weeks back, I literally said it's like somebody going to Walmart and being pissed off because you can only get it at Best Buy. I use that as an example.
Yeah. Maybe I subconsciously brought up like department stores when you said that. But yeah, I mean that's what it's like. It's not the fact that I don't care if Epic Games has it alone. Like I care that they're taking it.
I don't think you should expect everywhere to have it in the first place. But
don't. Like,
but you shouldn't expect it to always be at one place.
Okay, so
I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Things like Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, you can get them on Origin, but you can also buy them through Steam and launch them through Uplay.
Through deals. There are deals behind this stuff.
Yeah.
Between them, yeah.
Except there's no deals between them and Epic to have people be able to buy it on because Epic's not actually selling a game.
You know, there's probably behind the scenes beef between the two companies. That's probably what all this stems from.
Why?
Well, yeah, because they're
profits.
Well, Epic Games is an old company.
Let me think. Steam raises the amount that they're taking from places. So Gearbox is all, or like Epic is all like, oh, well, that sucks. We have games on your thing. Now you're taking more from us? Oh, well, we're just going to put stuff on our own thing. Hey, maybe we can get some other companies to come over here, too, and not have to pay all this money to Steam. That's literally what they're doing.
Yeah, then they just pay all that money to Epic.
It's like, that's okay. Like, take it before before it's on other platforms. It's the fact that it was advertised on Target. You went to Target to go buy it. Then the moving truck fucking took it to Shopko. You go in there and you're like, "Where's it at?"
You know how many
times?
times?
It's at Shopko.
You know how
can
many
only
times
get it
I've seen something supposed to be at Target and went there and it's not there? I mean,
well, that's because you looked at the
Right.
website and you didn't check the in-store availability. That's on you, Ross.
I suppose.
But Metro is just a perfect example. It was like a week before launch, and then they fucking sniped it. Like
What,
that's
you mean
poaching.
that they had to cover up the Valve logo on all the physical copies with a fucking sticker?
Yeah,
that made me laugh.
says
That made me
games
laugh.
on
when I
it.
heard
Yeah,
that.
see, I don't give a shit if they I don't give a shit that they took Borderlands before it went anywhere. It's like they didn't take it from me.
Well, I mean, honestly, fuck Randy Pitchford though. Anyway, because
I'm still not going to use Epic Games.
at
but
the reveal for the fucking Borderlands Game of the Year Enhanced, and then the fucking Borderlands 3, he did like 20 minutes of fucking like amateur magic tricks.
I heard about that.
The guy's a narcissist. He's like the Julian Assange of the fucking.
well, the Epic
video game
Games
industry.
guy, the CEO, I can't remember his damn name.
What do you
pretty
mean?
sure.
People like eccentric.
I'm pretty sure
people
he's
like
a
Yeah,
narcissist.
Google
Elon
him.
Musk
Get-
and
Google
stuff.
Tim Sweeney. You'll see why I said a poor man's Bill Hader in just a second.
Yeah, Tim Sweeney, I believe, is a narcissist too. Yeah, that's the Epic Games guy.
Oh no.
He's been in the game
Yeah,
for
let's see his picture.
Yep.
Poor man's Bill Hader.
He looks like he
He's-
owns a game shop or
He
something.
looks like Tom from MySpace.
He has been a game developer for a very long time.
How much is
And
he
my
worth?
guess is that
Well,
his net worth is like
he's
$7
not,
billion.
He's not a game developer. He wrote the engine. He wrote the
Unreal
Unreal
Engine,
Engine.
yeah.
The people that worked for him made the games on it. Is what I understand.
But my guess is that there is beef between him and Gabe Newell from back in the day in regards to the Unreal Tournament games or
Could be.
something. Or what other games did he have at the beginning? I can't even fucking remember.
I think part of that integrity though falls on the developers. Like if you're gonna say, "Hey,
did
I'm
Epic
coming out
have
with
like
this game
Jazz
on
Jackrabbit or something? Was that
multiple
one of
Jazz
platforms.
Jackrabbit, yeah, the Unreal, Gears of War.
I thought Gears had like the Havoc engine or whatever. Was that a different thing?
They
that
had-
was for physics.
They
Oh,
didn't
that's
have. I
different
guess
stuff?
they
Okay.
didn't have that much. I guess they were pretty much known for the Unreal games and Gears of War.
I didn't know there were multiple engines that used to run games.
Well, one runs the game.
Okay.
I'm guessing that the main game
What were you
incorporates
asking,
the
Chris?
physics assets from the
I think
Havoc
you
or
tried. I
physics.
think you tried to
maybe.
ask something.
I was asking how much of this responsibility falls on the developers to be like, "Hey, I have this new cool thing,
Nothing.
and I'm
Well,
gonna
this
it's on the
exclusively
publisher.
They own their own. Epic Games owns their own shit.
Yeah.
Like, so this is a developer that's doing this. Because normally it's EA is the publisher that makes all the decisions on where a game is sold, but then the developer makes the game.
Okay.
And then EA sells it and distributes it
But
and
yeah,
advertises
Epic's
So
it.
letting out the middleman kind of.
So
Yeah.
let's say that you're
essentially.
Gearbox and you pay a publisher to publish your shit, and they decide we're going to put it on Epic Games Store because they're giving more money. You wouldn't get a say anyway because your publisher decided that's where they're
Well,
going to
that's how
publish
things
it.
work.
That's why the Metro team that developed Metro, they were upset, and they said multiple times because people were mad at them too. They said multiple times like it was what's the fucking Silver or whatever publisher that made this decision, not us. We made a good game. We like the game. We want you to play the game, but
You
this
just gotta
decision
wait.
was not.
You
ours.
just gotta wait.
Yeah, and I think it was For Silver or God, I can't remember.
THQ Nordic.
Let's see. What was that? Metro Exodus was the name of the game. Who's their fucking
I'm not sure.
publisher? Developers 4A Games. Publisher is Deep Silver.
Deep Silver.
I know it had something to do with silver.
Yep.
But bitching about that, here's another one that I saw that I don't know is 100% true because I didn't read deep into it. I only saw one article. So take this with a grain of salt.
Yep.
Native American nation files lawsuit against Valve over skins gambling.
I mean, I could see it happening.
Exactly. They're suing them because they're suing them saying that it is clearly gambling, and gambling is a thing that we do. Yeah, because that's like they get to legally gamble. They have casinos and stuff like that, and they're mad. I'm pretty sure they're upset because Steam is able to do it across the country internationally without any repercussions or whatever, and and Native Americans are
Usually there's gambling
reduced
laws
to
in
reservations.
There's usually gambling laws in different states too that they don't have to worry about pretty much.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
Yeah, in Minnesota, the gambling can only pretty much be done on the res, or like maybe the one racetrack you can bet
Yep.
on
Yeah.
horse
Yeah.
gambling. or
Yep.
whatever.
Yep. It can only be done on reservations in
Racino.
Minnesota. Which is, I mean, it's great that they do have a cash flow like that, the reservations,
I haven't
the nations.
been to one casino.
I don't know. It just feels like being able
Really? I've
to
been
be
to
locked
quite a
into
few.
a broadband provider in your like local municipality, though.
Yeah, but I mean, you can travel if you want. We have to go pretty far to get to a casino ourselves. But
Yeah.
Maybe like
there's
an hour.
there's multiple
So
ones.
about an hour away?
There's
an hour and a half.
Mystic Lake. There's
I went to Hinckley, and that shit was
Hinckley. There's
trash.
Grand Casino, Mille Lacs.
Well, Hinckley, you can at least get trashed.
Hinckley's,
Yeah.
Hinckley's the one that I actually do better at. I think.
Really?
Oh, I do better there. My luck is increased because I unlocked a luck perk card in Fallout 76.
Yep.
So
How'd you know?
my gambling's better. No, I'm joking.
I got the one that
Just
helps
shit
you,
talking.
I got the one that helps you find more caps.
Nice.
I walk in there and I hear a sound. It takes me to the machine that's gonna pay out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is fucking.
Casinos are fucking loud though.
Yeah,
But that may be a talk for another time because
Yeah.
they are fucking loud.
they are an amazing place though.
Lights and just those fucking machine
Well, it's like
sounds.
it's
Everything
like no
smells like
clocks.
smoke.
It's all you can't tell if it's light or dark
No
outside.
windows, yeah.
They like pipe oxygen in there to like increase the oxygen in the room and stuff like that.
Wow.
Do they really?
That's what I've been told.
That's
That
probably
is
why I felt
fucking
healthier
insane.
there.
I just need to wear.
'Cause I don't
Well, it
get
helps
enough
you. It
oxygen.
helps you feel more awake and stay out longer gambling.
That's awesome. That's
That is
awesome.
fucking.
We went.
The science behind
We
that
went
is
in the
fucking
summer that
sweet.
time, and wasn't it nice and cool in there or whatever? Too?
Oh yeah, it's
Like-
always nice in there. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
And it's like this huge ass, like fucking what building would you like compare it to? It's like
I have.
It's like an airport concourse, but it's. I guess airport concourses are also
one-
designed to take
one
money out
it's
of
like
it.
floor-
a,
I mean, like
it's like a convention center.
one never-ending floor.
Yeah, it's like a convention center. It's just a huge fucking building that's
Yep.
full of gambling and concerts.
it does have
and
a hotel
buffets.
attached, so yeah, that
And it
Yeah,
has
hotels
food, it has
attached.
food, like has everything
Oh,
you could
the
ever want
food.
on one
Maybe
floor.
I just didn't
Yeah.
do it right.
The food
'cause I
alone
went
is
in
worth
there,
the
I
trip.
lost
Oh,
my
that
nuts,
buffet.
and I
What-
did not
what's
like
that?
it.
They give you free stuff.
that
too,
buffet.
like
If you
drinks
go
and
there
Where's
stuff.
on
that one that we
seafood
went to?
night, just crab leg.
Was it Grand Casino that had the buffet that we all went to and we had like infinite breakfast or something?
Probably.
Oh, it was
I would
nuts.
fucking die.
Yeah, we were. I was.
No,
I was
They used to
going
do
diabetic.
seafood on Friday nights, man. Just crab legs, just.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, you can because
I clearly
it is
fucked
it
up
is a
when I
good
went
price
to-
too for the buffet, I believe,
Not too
because
bad.
they make that shit cheap, so you spend the money.
You can spend like
on the games.
rewards points you get from playing gambling too on
Yeah.
like towards like food and stuff,
Yep.
which is even better.
Okay, so let's. Does anybody have anything else for gaming that they want to bring up? There's not much happening in the news except for that drama with
Yeah.
the two daddies of gaming, I guess, Gabe Newell and Tim Sweeney. Tim Sweeney's a fucking snake.
Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, just want to say that. Fuck that guy. Bethesda guy is getting up there. Todd.
It's not
I
even
can't
Todd
remember-
Howard.
I
Pete
can't-
Hines
yeah,
is the
Todd
senior
Howard.
VP, but
I
like he's
suppose.
not even. It's ZeniMax.
He's like the public face.
I think a lot of it is just EA. Like you know how EA does this to like Respawn and like, is ZeniMax fucking them?
It could. It usually. I mean, the
It's
parent
usually
company,
the publisher, the parent
Yeah,
company
the
that's like
publisher makes.
you
the
need to
decisions pretty
monetize
much.
this
Yeah.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe Todd's
Oh,
staying
shit,
on because
yeah.
he loves the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like, I like to believe Todd's not complicit.
I did the sheep squatch thing in Fallout 76. And I didn't get the suit. I just want everybody to fucking know that the suit did not drop for me, and this
You
bullshit.
can redo it, can't you? Like whenever it pops up.
You just
Well,
keep-
yeah,
you
as
just keep
people
leaving,
do it.
You just keep leaving and joining servers until you find the one with that event active, and then you
Yeah.
just go there.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I activated it through the quest, and I was doing it, and all of a sudden, like,
I think the quest is
just
optional,
like 10
technically.
people crested the fucking hill
Yep.
and started shooting at it, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then they brought just high level shit, and I was pretty much just standing there watching them do it because I couldn't fucking do anything anymore
Yeah.
because they made it such a high fucking level.
Yep.
So let's move on to the movies, TVs and stuff.
Yep.
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was awesome. Season 8 premiere last Sunday. I have 2 days, and then I get to see episode 2, which is great. No spoilers here. We won't do spoilers for you because we want you to enjoy it. But just know that Game of Thrones, so fucking good.
I heard it was a nice laid back like story setting episode for the season, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got bad news for you, Bryce.
Don't tell me. Don't.
You,
You either broke my thumb drive or you don't like Game of Thrones. I don't want to hear either of them.
a little bit of both, actually. No, I'm just... No, I haven't watched yet. I'm waiting. We have to.
I was hoping that Chris would be all like, "Yeah, I don't really think it's that great," and I'd be like, "Yes!"
We teamed up with Watchmen, and I still believe that.
The thing is that I think Chris will like it.
I don't know.
But you got to know that the season 1 is pretty much solely story based, and then the later it's just a rising action.
The
like
actual
whole fucking
game
thing.
doesn't start till the end of like season 1.
pretty much. Yeah.
How long is it?
But it's good. The acting
wanna-
carries you through it. With,
I want a definitive answer on how long is it softcore porn.
It's more. There's more of it toward the beginning of the.
I've heard like
They use the
few
first.
episodes.
the actual screen time is like the full season is under. It's got to be under 2 minutes or something. It's like.
I don't know.
It's like 10-second scenes usually, or some fucking shit.
Yeah, they're not.
It's
They're not super long scenes
Okay.
usually.
There, I mean, there is
not-
okay.
You
Maybe
ain't
I
getting no
should say.
super long orgy scenes.
I
or
should-
whatever.
They had a lot of more of that in the
Matrix
first couple
scene.
seasons just to try to get people to watch the show, and it must have worked.
Well, I'm looking up to see if I can see the actual screen time. I should say less than 10.
So it's like
minutes.
a bunch of like just seconds.
They're like
clips or
kind of
whatever.
thrown in, like we're like, oh, they'll like cut to somebody and then they'll just have it going
It's
on.
like all of a sudden,
okay.
some like 14-year-old something's being, some horse lord or some shit. Like
Yeah.
it's.
Okay.
Yeah, they up the ages, man. It's fine.
That I don't know what that means. Are they basing this
Because
off?
I like things, obviously, with my choice in anime. I like things that are hyped. My choice in movies, too, I like things that are hyped. Because
A lot of
even if
times the
it's-
hype is never warranted, though.
Yeah, most times.
I
I'd
like
say the
things
hype
that
is
like
never
take a more
warranted.
subtle approach to how they like.
I like things that have
advertise.
substance.
But like, the theory, and I don't know if this is a real thing or not, but the
Like
theory, like...
the
if you-
ShamWow guy really fucked me up with that kind of shit because he hyped that so hard, and then I get this stuff and it's like this isn't even close to what he's like doing on the
Right.
commercial.
I can't believe you got bamboozled by the fucking ShamWow
Go
guy.
fucking
Hey,
shit.
the
bro,
Germans,
hey,
it's
what?
made by the Germans, man. They make really good shit.
That prostitute got bamboozled too.
You will not take his name in vain. Wait, is the Shamrock Wall guy still alive?
I think so.
No, that Billy Crystal here.
Or
Billy
Billy
Mays.
Crystal. Billy Mays.
I'm gonna have to Google if the Shamrock guy's
It's Billy
still
Oh,
alive.
Mays.
man.
Pretty sure he's still alive. I think he went to jail for a little bit.
Just shooting the shit.
Oh my god, dude.
I got that Swift guy with the lisp now doing the flex feel.
Does no one else hear this?
Vince Offer.
Yep.
I'm trying to Google it, but I can't find it. Screen
What do you-
time. How do I word that? Screen time of nudity in Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
His
His first official work was the 1999 comedy film, The Underground Comedy Movie.
Yep, he was in that.
Wow.
Yep, I remember those commercials.
Holy shit! For real?
Yeah, his name is Offer Shlomi. He was born in Beersheba, Israel.
Oh, he's Israeli?
Yo.
And he's talking about how the Germans make great stuff? What the hell?
Whoa, dude.
Yo. That shit is great. It's just fantastic.
That's even worse.
In
But
2004, he sent out a press release announcing his intention to sue the Church of Scientology.
Oh, that's
that's
interesting.
good. You should sue them.
Okay, so
You tricked me into going there one time.
there's only 5 rapes in season 1.
What?
There-
Straight rapes, not even sexy. Just
There's
straight to the
4
rapes.
episodes of Bechdel. What is Bechdel test? This test asks whether some piece of media features at least 2 women talking to each other about a topic other than a man. Okay, so that was unimportant. On-screen death is 48 deaths.
Okay.
There's only 5 rapes in season 1, but don't get disheartened. There's still rape in all the other seasons up to season 5.
Jeez.
Nudity.
Just
There is in season 1. There's 33 naked people. That's the most nudity is in season 1.
I told you it starts out with a lot of
83.7% women. That's mostly because in some of the scenes, like when they're a brothel, they have like multiple
10,000.
women walking around.
And there wasn't war going on yet, so it was more like, oh, we got time to just sit here and plug. It's like, what?
That's great.
Oh man. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of it in season 1, but it's not like it usually doesn't pull away from the story. Because the acting, I mean, it has Sean Bean and Mark Addy in it.
Yeah, and then after
Nikolai
that, it's just
Coster-Waldau,
like downhill.
Lena Headey's in it, Tyrion Lannister, who for some reason Peter Dinklage, like they're all great actors.
I need to be the person who says this that I've never thought that Lena Headey was anything special.
Same, actually, same.
What have you seen her in? Bitch.
She's
Bitch.
Noah.
Bitch.
I'd say that the
You
best.
saw her in Game of Thrones where she's playing a that turned you off.
No, I've seen
Because you're like, she won't
She
have
was
sex
trash,
with
and
me.
she was trash in the Sarah Connor
That's what it
Connor
boils
Chronicles.
down to.
I did not see the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
She's been in other stuff, believe me.
Yeah, I know. I've
Thing
seen her
is-
in other movies, and she's fine. So,
That's the danger.
I never
of
thought she was
playing
good in
a
anything
bitch,
she's
though.
been in, is what I'm trying to say.
what have you seen her? What have you seen her in?
It's one of them things where I'm not going to be able to just pull it in my head. and
You
say,
got
oh,
Google IMDb. You're actually doing it.
Also, dude, it's
77.5% of
2019.
episodes, 31 of 40 have featured
Also,
a nude
Bryce,
scene.
it's 2019. You're supposed to say that she is portraying a strong woman.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, my bad. Ross, bleep that.
Don't bleep
She's
that.
portraying a strong, independent woman.
Who don't need no man.
Nope, she does. She
She does need a man who happens to be her brother.
yeah.
Whoa, no spoilers, my guy. He
Man,
hasn't
That
seen
ain't no
it.
spoilers, it's episode 1. Fuck you.
I've seen so many memes about that. Like, so many memes about that. All right.
Okay, so there is 8 minutes and 9 seconds of nudity in season 1. Season 2 is 7 and 40. Wait. 7 minutes and 40 seconds, and season 4 is 6 minutes. And yeah, so it drops down.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I mean HBO is known for it, but don't like once it gets more into the story, there's like less and less because they want you to
Okay.
focus more on the
I
story.
know I didn't like her character in Dread. I thought she was...
Oh,
stupid.
so good! The movie's so good,
The
and
movie's
she was
not
so
bad,
good.
but her character was
She
stupid.
was so because she's playing a fucking
drugged
drug
up person. I don't
kingpin.
care. That doesn't mean
God.
that doesn't mean you're.
That
bad.
she's on. What's her screen time for Dread? Like 5 fucking minutes,
It's possible.
and you hate her.
That's
Oh,
there's probably
man.
a reason why it's only 5
It's not like her
minutes. Let's just say
character
that.
got. It's not like her character got fleshed out, or she was able to act like much. She
I
was,
didn't really like her in 300 either. That's true.
because she's in there. Screen time again. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
He said that's
2 minutes.
That's 2 minutes too long.
Yeah, no shit. It's like, have you seen her in anything where she's actually the lead?
She's probably not the lead very often. That's the problem.
She is in English movies.
You be watching foreign
Who
films,
you
bro?
think you talking to, boy?
Yeah, I've seen foreign films.
All right, so
Okay, anyway, now that Ross is a dumb bitch,
She was in the '94 Jungle Book, and I remember I didn't like her character in that either.
Jeez.
I don't even remember that. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like, she voiced something?
No, like the actual
cartoon?
live-action Jungle Book from the '90s.
I don't.
From the 90s?
The one
What?
that has the Liu Kang in it or whatever.
Oh,
I've never seen that.
Oh, okay.
I
Robin
don't remember seeing
Show.
that. I remember the cartoon. She was probably great in it. You suck. George Lucas actually asked to visit the Game of Thrones set, and he actually did show up, and he gave some advice, and I think he did a little bit of
I think
directing.
for episode 1 he did like help with
Do
the
we
directing or something like
Yep.
that.
Do we still...
George Lucas wanted to visit, and he actually visited, and actually, they
Hey,
even
whoa.
said we didn't expect him to
you
show.
don't realize
But
George
then he
Lucas
showed up.
has directed some of the greatest like things ever, right? Like episodes 1, 2, and 3.
If a guy that's
Yeah.
got billions of dollars says, "Yeah, I think I'm going to drop in," or he probably will. It's just the
Yeah.
way.
Oh, he watches too. When he was even giving the advice to the actors, he was. I saw like a behind the scenes thing, and he's like, he goes to. Spoiler alert. No, I'm not even going to tell you what character it is. But he goes to the character and he's like, okay, I got no notes for you. You did great. Just keep on doing what you're doing. I don't care about what you're doing. I don't care about your character.
Damn.
Yeah. And everybody just starts laughing. And I'm like,
shit.
fuck, maybe he doesn't. Like he...
Yeah, and then he had someone act more like Jar Jar Binks, right?
Yep. Avengers Endgame got spoiler footage leaked on YouTube.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And Reddit, and they were taken down. I didn't see any of it. Thank God.
I didn't.
Oh, there's someone.
I don't
who's
look
got
at
it.
anything.
There's someone who has it. It's probably getting like re-linked. Like,
Oh yeah, I'm
It
sure
could
you
be.
can
every
find,
so
I'm sure
many
you can
hours.
find it.
It's
It
just,
was
you have to
the
find it.
subtitles were Arabic, so they assume it got
Yeah,
leaked in the United
By
Emirates. or some
ISIS?
shit. I don't know.
Saudi Arabia, something
Yeah.
like that.
It was leaked by ISIS.
Right?
Oh God.
Well, hey,
What the hell, Alex?
if everyone
would
sees the
destroy
movie
this movie.
before, if everyone sees the movie before it comes out,
I've
the
heard
studio doesn't get this.
I've heard some
$1 billion
Fox conspiracy theories before, but that's a pretty big Fox conspiracy.
I don't look at any thread or anything
Did you
about
hear
Avengers,
about
Endgame.
Avengers Endgame? Did you hear about the pre-sale tickets? Where it's sold more pre-sale, I think it said, than Infinity War, Last Jedi, and Captain Marvel combined or something like that for pre-sale tickets. And I'm
It's-
like,
yeah,
oh,
someone-
Which means it's not going to live up to it.
Someone already
I was about to say, is how much hype is that?
someone already bought my ticket for me last week, so
oh, I
Nice.
haven't even thought about it.
Yeah, no.
I was just going to see if our theater added showings, and then I was just going to try to squeeze into one.
yeah, I'm gonna
What I
probably end
normally
up
do.
seeing it twice with you and
Well,
then with
someone's
other
going to
Chris.
end up just leaking it. So I mean, like,
Yeah. Or spoiler. Just don't go on the internet those couple days. Just go see it. That's best how you get past
Right,
it.
right.
Is you go fucking see it so you don't have to worry about it. Marvel Studio. Okay, so no one's gonna know this or what we're talking about. But Marvel Studios picks up Madong Suk.
I have no idea if that's how his last name's pronounced, but...
He is a Korean actor from the Train to Busan.
Yep.
And
He's also
which
known
is-
as Don Lee, which I'm pretty sure I know why he's also known as Don Lee.
he's from the Train to Busan, which is like a
okay, number one, if he's Korean, it could very well be that the Sok is the last name, so it's Suk Madong. I'm just saying.
I just want you to know
I'm
that
saying.
this is one of the greatest actors of all time. This guy, he was in the Train to Busan, which is on Netflix, was it?
Yep.
It was on Netflix. It is a Korean zombie film that is almost laughable at most points. But then you have this gem of a behemoth,
Yep.
who we dubbed as the Korean Rock, and he was just. He was so badass, dude. Like, that whole movie.
He like hand-to-hand fought like zombies. Like he just
Yeah.
put some like padding on his arms.
Yeah, and then he was punching zombies. He was the guy holding back like the horde.
He's like
on the
he's
train.
like Muay tying these zombies to death.
Yeah, and then he's just like,
insane.
and then like the main character, he's just calling like a pussy, like
Yep.
like at the beginning and shit. It was great, and you would love the Train to Busan.
Okay.
It's a fantastic Korean movie. Don't laugh at the end because it is laughable.
Yep.
At the
Is it as good as Snowpiercer?
it takes itself so seriously, but it doesn't realize that it's comical.
Yeah.
I guess to us,
Yeah.
maybe to Koreans, it's actually serious. But to me, it was just it was
Maybe it's supposed
fucking
to be like a
hilarious.
Shaun of the Dead, but taking place on a train.
Nope, not even that. It was not intentionally meant to be funny, but it came off as such. And if you see Train to Busan, you'll probably find out why. But I think that's just how Korean films.
Yeah, they have that kind of
Yeah.
Swag.
So pretty much that's all I got for news. I did not go see Hellboy. I was gonna go
I didn't
Tuesday.
I heard it
but,
did really bad, which made me sad. But
Well, I've
Well,
heard
you should've
just from
fucking went
anybody
inside,
that
dude,
the
and gave
movie's
him
not
15
that good,
bucks.
so I didn't give him $15.
What is the Rotten Tomatoes right now for Hellboy?
know.
Because I know it wasn't good when
It
I
was
looked.
around 50 maybe, but it might be lower now.
Because I'm still okay, here we go. So 15% critic consensus, which no one cares about, and 62% audience score, which is normally what you want.
I actually think
that's
that audience,
okay.
I actually think that audience score went up from the last time I saw.
Yeah, it was low. It was both like 30%.
It was like 30%
yeah.
at one point.
And just so everybody knows from the last episode, I wasn't able to articulate
Oh,
this
God,
well.
here we go.
So we're gonna read this to that dumb bitch Ross. It says on Rotten Tomatoes under The Watchmen, that great DC movie, gritty and visually striking, Watchmen is a faithful adaptation of Alan Moore's graphic novel, so it is an adaptation that did well. But its complex narrative structure may make it difficult for it to appeal to viewers not already familiar with the source material. Ross, this movie was too hard for you to follow. You're dumb bitch.
You know what's funny? I read one of the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes that called that bullshit and said that it was like the movie was too simplified and that's why it wasn't good. So I don't know, like I don't know.
That's wrong. That I don't even know what that means.
It's like when people thought they understood the ending to Shutter Island, but they really didn't.
That's true.
There's a lot of
They,
people
like,
who
hated
fuck
on the
that
movie.
up.
That's true.
And
it's
it's
same
like-
with Inception. Like,
You have a job. I understand you have a job as any type of artist, a musician, a filmmaker, a director, a screenwriter, whatever the fuck.
I guess I just don't
to
understand.
like have the right amount of appeal in your shit, and it just did not have the right amount of appeal to me.
I just
Like,
don't understand how you still can't, like, even if the guy did something that was the greater good, how you still can't just kill him.
The greater good.
I don't understand that.
Because it's too complex of a narrative for you. You're just gonna have
It's
to
not
give it
too
up.
complex
Just
of a
drop
narrative.
it. Just pick up your juice box and walk away, Ross.
It's like
you lost.
It's like a bad guy does a lot of bad shit for a good reason, but you decide not to kill him.
How the hell did you get through the show Lost? That's what I want to know.
Because I understood everything about that damn show. Pretty much.
For those of you who may wonder, I did not take out cash just to do that fan shit for the episode.
That's our royalty. That's our royalty
did.
money from our episodes.
Yes, this is from. No, I'm kidding. From Coke. No, this is cash for my motorcycle.
Don't
so.
say
Hey,
that.
bleep that. He did not get that money from selling coke.
No, this Coke. Canned cocaine. All right.
Coke in a can.
Does anybody have anything else they want to say? We got through it fast.
Oh.
It's not going to be an hour 40. What do you got, Alex?
Alex has something.
So Electric Circus came before B. Just thought that would clear that up.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What?
Huh?
I don't know what that's. a
You were
reference
probably
to.
out of here when
Yeah, we were talking about
you were over there when we were talking about it.
Yeah, well, you were grabbing stuff, right?
Oh.
I still like Electric Circus though.
Yeah, that track with Mary J. Blige is definitely great.
Yeah.
Hey,
I like I Am Music from that shit, but like man, I like that.
Ross, just play the outro music while they're talking.
Yeah, and just like have the screen slowly.
Fade to me doing the audio spiel. Like always, like and subscribe. Go ahead and comment. Tell us why you're not watching us anymore. Probably tell your mom about us.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure she'll like us. I'm pretty charming.
I dress like Magnum, so maybe they'll watch.
Yeah, you dress like Tom.
That is a sweet fucking shirt.
Yes, it is. It is pretty funny.
Funny.
It's nice. I mean, not funny. It's not hilarious at all. It's great. All right. Any closing statements? We gotta go.
Nope.
We gotta go. Ross played the outro music 10 minutes ago, and then we're done. We'll catch you next time. Hey everyone. Hope you enjoyed the episode. You could catch us currently at the Prime 4 podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Podcast Addict for audio only. If you want to see how fugly we look in real life, you can also catch us on YouTube under the Prime 4 podcast.